Hello again, everyone, for this part 5. Yep, I think. This part 5 of the modding tutorial on the Karters 2. So we've finished the boost pads now, so we are changing page on the wiki to go into gameplay setup navigation paths. So now we're going to look at the navigation points and how to create them, generate them, and things like this. So as I already said, I'm going to follow the wiki, so you don't get messed up, or it doesn't like make you think two different things. So first, select to create a new road point tool. So this one is this one there. There you go. So I can close this one. I can open this one. And for now, we're not even going to open it because we don't need it. So we have this. What we want to do now is I'm going to remove as I already done on the other videos, the environment and the walls. The walls, not the road. And here I am with a better thing. If you want to remove this, you can actually remove the variant too. Like this, you really only have the road. As said also in the wiki, you can change here into shaded from shaded to shaded wireframe. So here you get the different wireframes yeah, of the map and how it works. So the only thing you need to be sure you have is, that's why I'm going to leave this here. It's because you need the start line. So what we are going to do now is to select our road points. Maybe first we're actually going to F2 on it, rename. If you have an issue, because sometimes you have an issue when you can't rename it, you can go on the right here in the inspector and just change it here. So we're going to call it main road. So there you go. Like this, we have our main road. Select it, and we're going to go into create edit source point. Now, if we left click on in the viewport, we will actually create points. So the first point we want to put is just behind the this. It's a shame I have the I don't remember how to remove the grid. We'll do with it. Okay, so here we're going to take the middle of it. So let's say this. And you can see I have a point. So this is the first point of the path that will be used by the AI. So let's follow the road, middle of the road. Let's go to the road. Let's go to the beach. And just check, because sometimes I don't really know why. There's some issues with selecting when you raycast. So raycast means that when you click on the screen, it will get the first thing it touches and put a point on it. Globally, this is how it works. And sometimes you click somewhere and the point is super close to you because it actually detected something between you and where you wanted to click. So this shouldn't happen, but just know that sometimes you can have issues because of this. So I'm doing it a bit. I'm not doing it like super horribly, and at the same time, I'm not like taking my time either. So there you go, going quite fast. What I'm going to do is, because I think you've understood how to do it, I'm just going to continue, press start forward, and I'll see you after this has finished. Or if I have something to say during it, I'll just say it. There you go. See you in 2 minutes. So I've just nearly finished. Though just a pause in the acceleration to say that if you have a jump, put it before the jump and then put it afterwards. And you don't need to set anything between. There you go. See you in 30 seconds. Hello again. And there you go. I have finished and set my last point just before the finish line. So this was quite a bit long. So we did everything. So now what I'm going to do is stop creating points. We're still following the wiki. And now we have our actual, if I click an F, we have actually all our points, which makes it good. So if you need to move specific points, you can actually open this and access each point and move it manually if you want to. I am not going to do it. Sorry. And then we'll see what happens. You can see that I had put it in the middle of pretty much everything that within the road. So here, for example, I kept it in the middle and not here, for example. Same thing here, and we'll see afterwards for this part, the shortcut part. So let's continue to follow the wiki. Now that we have done this, what we are actually going to do is create a new path, because here in this case we have one shortcut, which is here. So we want to create this shortcut. So what we're going to do is to create there. And so we need to create another instance of this one, of this object. However, as you know, we actually set it a lot of things, so we don't want to duplicate it. So no ctlD in this thing. However, in the inspector, because we are not going to look at this, we don't really know where it is. So in the inspector, you have prefab and you have open and select. If you do select, instantly in your project files, it will give you the correct prefab. So from here, what I'm going to do is close this one. I'll get this one, put it here, and boom, we have a new one. We're going to call it the same thing, but we're going to call it shortcut. So from now, we will be doing the same thing, but with the alternative road. So since we have done the main road, we don't need to do it all over again, which is great. We just have to say, this part, you can take it too. So to do this, we will do exactly the same thing where we generate everything. Since it's quite small, I might do it quickly, but I'll still see you in the next 30 seconds. So there you go. I have created my small shortcut and I stopped creating points. Now I have my three paths. My two paths, sorry. So now we don't need it to be shaded wireframe, so let's get it back into shaded. Oh wow, so many lights. So there you go. We have this one and this one. So what we want to do now is to generate road points. So what we are going to do now is to select in the hierarchy our road points creator tool for the main road. And since we finished this, we are going to create to click on generate road path. So let's do this. Generate road path. You will see a lot of small dots that have been created. So from now on, we're going to move. We're going to do the same thing first for the second path. So the shortcut is here. So generate road path, creating some small paths. So this is good. Now we have our two road path. So this time, bear with me and just follow how it is. So you have to open Virant, go into racetrack nav points generator, open it again. You have road points, add road points here. Pretty explicit, isn't it? You open it, and here you have new objects from road main to segment 10. So we go into our main road, we open it, and we can see we have generated road path. We open it, and we have an object which contains all our points. We will keep this closed, and we will move, literally move, so drag and drop the road path into road main, into it. As I said, you will see this in the console, and it's completely normal, so don't mind it. Close the main road, open your shortcut, click on it, open it. You have your road path shortcut. Click on it, move it into segment 1, close it, done. So now that we have this, what are we going to do again? We're going to click here and look at add points here, or even nav point generator. You can see we have some points everywhere on the map, which looks really cool. And means that it works. So now we're going to fix this issue. So we're in racetrack nav point generator, and you can see you have none and none here. In the inspector, you have before finish line and after finish line. So we're going to click on the first point of the main road and press F. Boom, we have it here. So there you go. We're on it, and we have the first point, which is this one. So the first point is actually the one after the finish line. So moving it, drag and drop into after finish line. Get the last point of your track. Boom, select it. No, sorry, I meant don't select it. Don't delay me. Keep your racetrack nav point generator selected. Drag and drop it into the before finish line. You can see it was the correct one. So there you go. So now we have our path. So if this is normal because it's in the console, so it's the last message appearing. So we can go into console and clear it, and there you go. No more issues. Once we did this, we have to calculate the alternative road, because we said this is the road, and we said, oh, another thing is that you have this shortcut, but we have to say, okay, when are you going to try and take this shortcut? So I'm going to move on. Yep, I'm going to select this. And what I like to do is, because you know it's advanced, so you can go into like this point, and I press F, and I'll be just near it. Like this, I can have a good view of everything. So here we can go back into our racetrack nav point generator and open the alternative racetrack path. So this you can consider as the number of shortcuts you have that the AI can take. So I only have one, so one only. So the string name, this, don't change it, it's good as it is. Display path. So this is the original path, and if I click on this, I will actually see the second path. So this is good to debug it. What we want now is to be able to make it smooth. Here you can see it's going here, and then it takes the first point and then go here. So what we're going to look is how many do we remove. So for example, here, we're going to jump from one to another. So should we jump from this one to this one, or to this one? Or we can keep it like this and just do it the other way. Instead of jumping from the main road to the new road, let's just jump some points in the shortcut. So example, I don't like this one, I don't like this one, or maybe this one. I think 2 or 3 is good. I think 2 is fine. 2 is good. And we have the same thing for this. And actually, it's already set to 6. So maybe 6, 5, 3, 2. 2 would feel really smooth. So let's put it like this. And do we need to do something here? 1, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. Doesn't change anything. So let's do it like this. There you go. This smooths out everything. So we can disable it, and we have our main road back. So let's save this, because I hope you did save and didn't do like me. Maybe I did it by reflex, but there you go. So now we are going to go into the last part, to the before last part of this wiki page. It's a really long page, but there's a lot to do, so it's normal. So road width. So let's go back into our racetrack again, and let's check the width of every track. So we can see here that it's pretty fine when you go here, 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 here. All this is fine. We might try to make it even larger. So let's see what happens if we make it a bit larger where here. So we can select point and do here. You have PTK mod path point and to increase points width. And yes, that's what I thought. It's already at the maximum. So we'll leave it like this. It's doing good. If it's at the maximum, maybe the map is too big. It's test, so doesn't matter. We're going to go where it's too big. It's here. So let's display, because here everything is going fine. Everything is going fine. Okay. Here you can see maybe it should be a bit more narrow. So let's find the one we're needing. Yes, so I'm looking for the point in case. There you go. So I have the points here. So you can click, but sometimes it doesn't work. So select the point where it's too large and do decrease points width. And there you go. Like this, it will narrow a bit the path. Will be cool. Do the same thing here. So I'm going to move this. So if you decrease on one, as you can see, it decreases also on the ones before. So now looks good. So we're going to remove, not remove, but move this one, go into racetrack, and actually we tested for the main road, but we have to test for the shortcut. And here you can see it's too large again. So we're going to go on the main on the shortcut run, take the ones that are too large and decrease the points width to make it really small. And I think this looks good. Maybe no, not there. So let's keep it a bit decreased here too. There you go. And just a bit more behind. Decrease point width. And you can also move point to left, for example, like this, if you think it's too much on the right, for example. I think this is fine. There you go. So now we have finished our road width. Just don't remember, I'll remove this to have the main path, and not remove, but deactivate. That's good. So now we go to the real next and last part of this wiki, which are the no respawn points. So what are no respawn points? Because all those points are actual locations where you can spawn when you get grabbed. So the idea is there's some places you don't want to. So if you want, you can put it like, for example, for sharp turns, you say you're not going to spawn here or anything. But what we're going to do, we're going to avoid spawning in the air because it's not a good thing. And also, I will personally prefer to put it into the shortcut. And you can see here we have this that goes wrong. So what we're going to do, because there, road points, segment shortcut. And which one is it? It's this one. So let's put this one a bit above, this one a bit above, and this one a bit above. Boom. Like this. This is correct now. It's better. So, and actually, good thing I was here. So what we're going to do is, you can see all those points that are green. We are going to say, this you can respawn, this you can respawn, this you can respawn, but you can't respawn from this place to, for example, this place. So I selected all those, and I'm actually going to activate the be no ground below disable respawn, activate. So there, boom, they became red. Red means that people can't respawn here. You can see this one, so maybe I should put this one to disable too. Looks good. So now I set it like we can respawn here, but if you want to, you could say, okay, I don't want to respawn at all here, so just put everything red, and people falling will actually respawn next to it. Maybe it's actually a good idea. So let's do this like this. So all this until boom, 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 until here. So this is an example, as I said, but I think it could be a good idea to not respawn on the shortcut. So be no ground, no respawn. There you go. And all red. Let's go now on the road path, and let's go onto those ones. Yep, near this one, because we have 2 jumps, and as you know, 2 jumps mean a lot of places where we don't want to respawn. So there, we're not going to respawn between this one and this one. Afterwards, it's fine. So let's disable. Then we come back before we do the same thing. I want to respawn between this one and this one. Let's deactivate the respawn. There you go. You actually finished every setup. So it just one last thing to do is to generate the real path. So let's save this. Then you can go into racetrack nav points generator back, and you will have 3 things here. So you can refresh point distance from finish line, and you'll see that in the road main now there's a distance from finish line. You have, like, for example, 5,000 distance, 5 kilometers, and then generate path. So auto generate, ignore, exactly, don't look for it. So there you go. I'll save it, and now we actually have our map, our AI path finished. So this was probably the longest video that will be done for the tutorial, because there's a lot to do, but now you're close to finishing. So you can go back to the 3.5 video if you want to test your track. This should work. In the future videos, what I'm going to add is to the small final gameplay elements, which are roadblocks, item boxes, and the minimap. But actually, be happy, your map is actually playable, whatever the version it is. Normally it will be on my version, but for now, your version will work. So have fun. You can follow the 3.5 if you want to test it, or you can go into the next part if you want to finish it. See you.